Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. Today I am reviewing Scream 4. The fourth ever entry in the Scream franchise, obviously. Not much to say, but this was a first time watch for me. I had never seen this one before, and now I watched it and got a kick out of it. So, not much to say, I guess. But, yeah, I think we can just get started. Go check in my Batman Begins review. I'm going to have to review The Dark Knight soon. Poster right there. And, not much to say, but I haven't seen Scream 5 or Uncharted yet, which I will be seeing those. I will be seeing one of them this weekend, most certainly Scream 5. If I don't, I see either. Hopefully I see one of them on Sunday, and then I'll review it on Monday. And then if I don't see either, I will be seeing them sometime soon. Probably going to be after I see the Batman, because I already got my tickets. So, yeah. Not much to say, but just let's get into it. There was a lot to say, by the way. I have what this movie's about. This movie has a Sidney Prescott, a full adult, a bit older than she was in Scream 3, because this came out, like 11 years later, I think. And then all the characters are sort of new phases of their life, trying to figure out sort of what exactly they're trying to do. Well, you have you have teenagers starting to experience all the horror and the thriller aspects of the Ghostface Killer, as Sidney did when she was in high school. So it's sort of a back and forth between Sidney and Jill. Jill and Kirby are sort of our two main high schoolers, and then sort of have that dynamic a bit. And and then the killer's not really. I try to remember. I don't know. Yeah, that's sort of what it's about. I'm trying to remember what the killer was going for here, but not much. Now you have the good, and starting off the good, the main thing I just really like about this movie, I freaking love the characters. Like, Kirby is great as the sort of horror movie geek or horror movie nerd. I think she really works. I think Charlie's pretty good. Spoiler alert. I think he's good once they reveal him as the killer. I didn't care for his character as much. I think the guy filming was a bit better. And then you have characters like Jill, who you think is going to be, spoiler alert, who you think is going to be the main protagonist. And if this movie probably did good more at the box office, maybe she could have. And then she's revealed as the killer. And now this is one of the least expecting killers of any of them, and I think she might be my favorite. I don't know, Mickey, Billy, Stu, I'm not sure, so we'll see about that. And overall, I think her plan really works, involving her trying to get in the front of the news while Sidney she's sort of in the back burn, while she's sort of living in Sidney's shadow. I think that's a pretty interesting storyline to put in there. And overall, I think all of this stuff really works. And I think now that there's 7 stab movies, makes her a pretty fun story, I guess. And overall, I do quite enjoy this one. I think Gale and Dewey are much better characters in this one than they were in Scream 3. I had some issues with both of them. I thought Dewey was kind of annoying because the whole love triangle thing. Both of them were annoying because of the love triangle. But here, there's none of those problems. And I think seeing these characters at new phases in their lives, being a bit older, like around 11 years older, I think all of that actually really works for me. And I think I don't really have that many problems. I think the kills are a bit better. Like this, the one where Ghostface kills the camera guy. He stabs him once, but instead of leaving him there and just having all the blood, I guess, he runs up and stabs him again so he doesn't get away. I actually quite like that kill. And there's not that many notable ones, I guess. But overall, I think the killer reveals work pretty well. And I think the Sidney Prescott character is always great in these movies. I think she's great in this one. Scream 3, she was sort of just kind of in the background, and I didn't care for that. This movie, she's mostly front and center, and I really like that. The Ghostface Killer, yeah, I mentioned that really worked. There's not much to this one, and I think the ending just go on for a little too long. But overall, it has some great characters, pretty good kills, and a nice story overall. So this one works for me. Next up, we have the mix, and the main thing, there's some minor plot contrivances, like scenes where you have the Ghostface runs away and the cops don't really chase after. I thought that's a little bit of an odd note. Other scenes where you have Gale Weathers just storming into a police office, or a police, what would I call it? Oh my. Overall, I think that stuff, I don't know. I don't really hate it because it doesn't bother me that much because it's very minor nitpicks. And I think there's some odd storytelling, and I think the ending goes on for a bit too long. I think it kind of would have been interesting if it just ended with, with Sidney Prescott getting, maybe, I don't know about getting killed necessarily, but it ends with Jill sort of being in the win and then Trevor's the supposed killer. I think they could have done something. I don't know if they would have, because first of all, it's a very odd thing for a Scream movie to do, but I think it sort of works. And I think it's overall a nice sort of modern style of a Scream movie. And but I think also another thing is that it sort of was trying to play into remakes, and it doesn't do that enough. And either, first of all, it should have done something done something a bit different as like a long forward sequel. Like if they, like for example, I think Stu could also probably put that for Scream 5 whenever I see it, I guess. I don't really know. Like sequels that, like the first movies or the last one was made a while ago, like if they do Indy 5, for example, and then the next one is made much later, Indy 5 would fall under that, I guess. So I don't know, so I don't know how that would play out. It would be, I think, kind of odd. So I think the idea of playing on remakes, okay, but it doesn't do it enough, and it's not something I don't think would really work for the Scream franchise. But I think Wes Craven, his directing style has always been great. I love a lot of his movies, Scream included, as well as Nightmare on Elm Street. I think he did one more that I saw. Now you have the bad, and the main thing I'm just not a fan of with this one is really just the Charlie Walker reveal. I'm just not a fan of it. I like the reveal scene itself, but his motivation is the fact that he didn't get Kirby to love him, and it was just too late. It's just such a weird way to have things go down. I don't hate the character or anything. I just don't like the fact that he was the killer. Like, you could have maybe done given him another motivation. Maybe he just loved Jill. Maybe he was just dating Jill, for example, and then he follows Jill's plan, and then there's some sort of savior thing. I don't know. They could have done something else. Like, this is just an odd way to go down. It just doesn't work. Although I do like that reveal scene where he's the victim, and Kirby has to play the game, and but Jill's the one, and then he ends up killing her. I thought that was pretty interesting. So overall, yeah, I don't care for him. Another thing is that I don't care for the deputy character that much, and I don't know what her name is, but I think she's kind of annoying. I don't hate her or anything, but I don't care for her character. The performance is fine, I guess. Nothing unique. That's the one character I'm not a fan of. Every other character I think is pretty great for the most part. I think as I said, the ending plays out a bit too long, where you start in that house and then it goes to the hospital. It's just a bit odd way to play out some of these events. So I still enjoy it, yeah, but it just doesn't quite work for me. Smash Final Score, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I had a great time with it. I don't know how this one will play on rewatches, I guess, because it's a little different from the others, because I've only seen this one once. The only one I've rewatched more than twice is the first one. And overall, I really do enjoy this one. I had a great time with it when I watched it on Showtime. And overall, I would recommend this one. I don't understand why some people don't like this one as much. I think it's great. It's just as good as Scream 2, if not better. And overall, that's sort of my take on it. So tell me, guys, if you like this one in the comments below. I hope you do. And if you haven't watched it, I recommend it if you're a Scream fan. And not much to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Go subscribe to the Shorts channel. This movie's entertaining and great. And I'll see you guys next time. Adios.